You have any thoughts on what God might have been doing before he created this world and our creation story to us?
Well, the Bible is silent on the date that God created the angels. He may have created those angels before he created the universe. He may have done it after. Job 38:7 does say that the angels were witnesses to God laying down the foundations of the earth. So they've been around at least for a few billion years, but they could have been around before the universe. We don't know. The one thing that the Bible tells us that God was doing before he created, it says that he began his works of redemption before he created anything. So evidently God, the triune God, was working out their plan of how they were going to redeem billions of human beings before they created anything in this universe.
As if they knew that we were going to fall.
Well, I think, obviously God does know the future, but I think what he was doing was actually predetermining our fall because he was going to be able to use our fall to bring about a far greater good. I mean, one of the things we need to realize is that Adam and Eve were missing something in the garden before they sinned. They did not have eternal security. They did not have an eternally secure relationship with God. The fall actually makes that possible, where our spirits can be tested. And I've actually argued in a couple of my books that it's actually to our advantage that of all the creatures that God created, the most powerful, the most intelligent one was the one that first fell and rebelled against God, which means we have the opportunity to be tested in the context of evil by the greatest possible test that's possible in God's creation. If you pass that greatest possible test, what else can possibly shake you? An analogy I've given in a couple of my books is to say, well, I have a PhD degree and I got a little diploma that says PhD on it. It guarantees that never again will I have to be tested for my competency in astrophysics. And it's based on the concept I've already been subjected to the most challenging tests, so it's pointless to test me again. Well, likewise, no one gets to the new creation without having been exposed to the most challenging tests. And the only ones that get in are those that have passed the test. But I think what's also interesting, I tell this story in why the universe is the way it is that we are no match for Satan. If we try to pass this test in our own effort, we will fail. And I remember the first day of my graduate program at the University of Toronto. There were 13 of us in the freshman astrophysics class. The professor sat us down and said, "This is the University of Toronto, the best university in all of Canada. You 13 are the cream of the crop, but we're going to put you through a regimen that is so challenging, none of you, no matter how hard you work or how intelligent you are, will pass. You'll only pass if you receive our help, and we're here to help you." And 7 of my colleagues, 7 of us 13, did not get their degrees. And I know a couple of them didn't take adequate advantage of what the professors were offering, and so they didn't get their degree. Here's the difference. My professors said this is the only way you'll pass, but they didn't give me a guarantee. I could come from all the help I want, and that might not be enough. In the Christian faith, God tells us, if you come to me for what you're not able to do for yourself, I guarantee you will overcome the tests that Satan and his demons will throw at you. He offers us a guarantee. And that to me is the wonder of the new creation. We live there without sin or evil, with an enhanced free will, with zero potential we'll ever use our free will for evil intent. But the only way that works, you got to pass the test. Therefore, we have to be exposed to that test, which is why I think God all along had it set up that Adam and Eve would face this test, face the test alone, and that they would fail.